A felony conviction here in the state of Florida is going to come with a lot of baggage. I want to warn you about. I know you guys know about the obvious stuff, like you can't own a gun anymore, you can't vote anymore, those rights are out the window, you can't sit on jury duty. Some people like that. That's great for some of you. But there's lots of baggage on a felony conviction that people don't think about. There is tons of housing discrimination. Certain landlords have a ban on convicted felons. They will not rent to you. Certain loans, you will not qualify for certain loans, especially even student loans, if you have a felony conviction on your record. And even the ding to your credit score can impact that. So that's a problem that most people don't see coming. Travel restrictions. There are tons of travel restrictions on convicted felons. You're not going to notice this if you just want to go to the Caribbean on a cruise ship, but you are going to notice this if you try to get further out of the country. Good luck getting into Canada, for example. And then there's professional licenses, right? And convicted felons will be denied those licenses. Now, fortunately, I've been doing this for 31 years. I had a lovely young lady, a teenager, that did get some felony convictions 30 years ago, 28 years ago, and I now see her in court. She is a full-fledged, wonderful defense attorney, and even with her felony convictions, the Florida bar said, you're rehabbed, you're a good girl, no problem, we're going to let you practice law. But that is not always the case. And also, living arrangements when you are convicted of certain felonies, as you know, certain cities have said, look, a convicted sex offender, even though you've paid your dues, even though you've gotten all your treatment, you're no longer sentenced. That was 30 years ago. We don't care. You can't live within 1,000 feet of a playground or a school or whatever, which then says you literally can't live in this city because everything is within 1,000 feet of whatever. And that even goes for felony convictions too sometimes. That's kind of rare in Florida, but it does happen. Lots of baggage on felony convictions, folks. I just want to warn you about that. I want to tell you that when you're confronted with that decision, you will want a withhold of adjudication so that you're not a convicted felon, or you will want that felony reduced to a misdemeanor if it is possible. Or, of course, you go to trial and let the jury find you not guilty. But here's a list of some of the baggage on a felony.